And a good day, all of you. John Henderson, Pierre, the Beverage Ramble, back again with you. Another rambling edition. Today, we're looking at interesting beer here in Georgia called the Allenbrook Lager from our friends at Green Line Brewery, which is based in Canton, Georgia. Looking at the info file here. The brewery was started by three brothers by the name of Brett, Chris, and Joel St. Veron, forgive me if I'm butchering the name, guys. Let me know. Email me, whatever. So they have three beers currently on their go to their website. They have three beers right now. If you look at the, they have this. They have an IPA, and yeah, they have this. They have this an IPA. Shirtless IPA and Watermelon Whiskey Barrel Stout. So right now they got a collaboration with country artists and different music artists, whether it be country, I'm sure, maybe all forms of music, rock, jazz, folk, whatever. And they have a name of a local artist here in the state called Cody Bolden. Haven't heard much of his music, so I'll probably take a look on YouTube later. Yeah, downtown Canton, Georgia, where the brewery is based, is a brewery and brew pub. And little fall on top, but not too bad. Picked this up. Picked this beer up at Tower here in Dorville, Georgia, not far from where I live, my apartment here. All these cities are the outskirts of Atlanta, suburbs of Atlanta, the ATL. So, as you can see, a little bit ahead on top of this. A six pack, about reasonably priced. I'd say $8.99, $9.99 depends. Again, I picked this up at Tower, which is a very popular place. Popular because I go there and buy stuff there too. So, anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna let this kind of sit because a lot of head on this beer, a lot of head. Not much information really on Beer Advocate or Rate Beer, but only thing I've seen is on Untappd, which is also a good site if y'all want to look at it. They give it a 3.5 out of 5 score, so 4.4% ABV, which is about what you would about the average ABV for a American lager or adjunct lager. I'm going to say it's not adjunct, but American style lager. So, nice can design, as you can see here. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. Alright, so I'll let this thing kind of go down here. So, they say to use Magnum hops. And a little bit of saaz, S-A-Z. So it has that sort of fragrant, smell to it. Zazaran. No, not Zazaran, sorry. Smells good. So let's have at it. Has a very unique, distinct taste. Compare any other lager or American craft lager or adjunct lager. I've only been to, so far since I've been here, been to one brewery, Slow Pours, that's in Lawrenceville. That's probably been the only one. I know there are plenty others. I will try to get to some of these this week on certain days, but still trying to get myself figured out. Well, then again, I've been here for now. I moved up here in June of this year, late June, and July, August, September, and now October. So 4 months now. Still trying to slowly weave my way around town and get familiar with a lot of things. So Trying to go to a lot of events, but also I don't want to. Also want to spend some time with family members and friends. Get to hang out with them and get to family members, get to catch up with them. So yeah, and I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my car, but also I'm trying to spare some of my coins right now. The cash. The cash. Ain't bad. It's a nice fragrant, nice little fragrant lager. Definitely has a unique hop presence. Little interesting finish going down. A bit bitter, but there's a little pull to it. So, this ain't bad. And I kind of like what they're doing right now. As you can see, they're, supporting country artists. Like a lot of these brew pubs I've seen, and even I've seen some of those when I was down there in Mobile. I lived in Mobile. A couple of bars. I'm trying to think, what was that one bar I went to? Of course, that was Serta, but they would have musicians play sometimes. I would go see them. Some bar, a brew pub. It was a pub, but also there was also had like a dog park right next to it. And sometimes, some Friday nights, some nights they would have musicians come and play, things like that, which was kind of cool. It was unique and different. Again, this past year. I mean, this year, 2021, as we're slowly getting out of the pandemic. And what I've been seeing a lot, and even some here, is that, it's been kind of cool now and it's been going on, but I think even more now as I'm not going to get political about the mask and all that and the shots and vaccine, you want to take it, don't want to take it. But I think we're seeing more and more and more of the growing support of local bars, local restaurants, local taverns, local shops, pizzerias, this and that, boutiques. I think you're seeing a growing push of bringing that back. I remember one weekend, I was back before I moved up here. This was right around the time of Memorial Day weekend. It was a Saturday Memorial Day weekend. I mean, it was around Dauphin Street, Mobile. I mean, it was just packed with people and just, people who had gotten the shot, gotten the vaccine, and, this and that. Things were starting to kind of rev up again. Things starting to revive. And you saw a lot of present people downtown coming out, which was great to see. And I think that's what it's all about, folks. I mean, we got to support local businesses, support the local breweries, support the local bars, and support local folks who are trying to make it big, local artists. And I think what they're doing with this clever idea of, these, artists like this gentleman right here, Cody Bolden, and others like him, other country artists, or all forms of music, I'm sure, jazz, rock, this and that, folk pop, just saying, hey, these artists are really trying to make it big. Let's go out and support them. And so I think that's what it's about. And that's what I've been doing mostly now, has been really coming out, supporting a lot of these local bars and going to a lot of the local places that they do, make their own beers and all these own things. And so, one bar I went to, they don't sell beer, but they make their own beer. It wasn't Slow Pours, it was another location. I'm trying to think where it was. I think it might have been right outside Truist Park. Somewhere in the Cumberland, near the Cumberland Mall. Well, I was at, it was a little dive, and they had a couple of beers locally owned, and I tried some of them. Yeah, they were good, a little high, but they were worth the price just to sample and try. So, in any event, this is not bad. This is really good. I like the bite, a little bitter finish, but it has it's not overly bitter. And the hops that they're using really is kind of, I'm digging it a lot, so I think this is pretty good. I'm not going to go with the 3.5 score. I'm going to say this is about I guess fair to say, I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it a B minus, 3.5. I guess it's considered a B. So I said B plus for this. I think this is a good lager. Just hang out with friends, what it is, and then granted you could be eating, pulled pork sandwiches or hot wings again, chips and dip, whatever. That would be something. Something like that. It's a good beer for good finger food, as the names that I've just mentioned, things you can have with this. So I'm gonna go B plus on this one. So I'm gonna say 8.6 for the Allenbrook Lager from the Green Line Brewery in Canton, Georgia. Again, support your local brewery. Support your local taverns. These places are really good. They're putting out a lot of good stuff. And a lot of good beers I've seen in Georgia since I've been here. And I've had them when I was able to get down there and lived in Mobile. I was able to try some good stuff from all the breweries, from Sweetwater to, Terrapin, now Molson Coors, under the ownership of Molson Coors. But Creature Comfort, the folks that do the Jekyll and Hyde, but a bunch of stuff here in Georgia. There's some really, really good beers here, so try them out. So that is my score, B plus 8.6 for the Allenbrook Lager. John Henderson Pierre, the Beverage Ramble. Keep on watching. And as always, cheers, live, laugh, and love. Allenbrook Lager. Yay. I like